Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going on to XRP. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, bigger the CoinsKid crew. So has XRP entered the bear market? Has Bitcoin entered the bear market? Possibly. I don't want to call it just yet. I do need to see a little bit more structural data from Bitcoin, i.e. I need to see it losing a 20-week EMA and a daily death cross on the 55 and 20 EMA. And they're data points that I have relayed to you before. So technically, at the moment, I do think, and there's no bias on this channel, I do think that XRP and Bitcoin are both missing a fifth wave. So I'll go through that with you. I do think what we're going through right now is a standard correction. Well, I say standard, it's an expanded flat correction. An increased probability was triggered basically when we lost that $2.50 at the 5-wave move up. I did say to you, if we break down below that, I think we'll break down, and we're looking at $1.91, a big boy bounce off a 20-week EMA, and that's exactly what's happened. So it wasn't my primary expectation, I'll be honest with you. It was not my primary expectation. I did think that you possibly created a correction that was over in December, but looking at, obviously, I think we've had some kind of A wave down, B wave high in both of these charts. We've got Bitcoin making a higher high, which is a bull trap, and equally XRP making that high high, which is a bull trap. So in theory right now, we should be in the C wave of the correction, and we should be looking for 5 waves in both charts, XRP and Bitcoin. And at the moment, I only see 3. Okay, so I'll go through that with you. Now, there was a warning shot way back when on the retail top indicator that I created for the CoinsKid crew. The reason why I converted my Bitcoin into XRP on November the 12th was because of this chart. But historically, I did say to you, whenever the dumb money shows up like this, it is the start of a correction. Okay, so how big that correction is, I don't know. Is it a macro wave fall? I don't know. I'll go through that with you in the charts today. How long will it last? I don't know. I've not got a crystal ball, but it bang on the money again. Literally, as we pierce this, good opportunity XRP to come up and altcoins come up, and then boom, we've entered some kind of correction. And this here was a precursor. Okay, the retail top. If we go to the 2021 cycle, you can clearly see that the retail top triggered twice in that cycle. So he came up, retail top. If you look at the XRP chart at that time in April 2021, this started to come down. XRP rallied, made a nice little move, and so did altcoins. But this was the start of a major crash and correction with Bitcoin. Some kind of A, some kind of B, and some kind of C wave down. Okay, big macro correction. And then obviously we come back up towards the end of the year in the bull trap, basically on the retail top. So if we go back to the 2017 cycle, just there, look at that. So as Bitcoin came up towards the end of 2017, what did we see? We saw the retail top triggering in November, just like it did in last November, and then boom, Bitcoin came up and then rolled into that horrible big year-long correction at the bottom of the year later. But what happened? The retail shown up, dumb money basically, and that was a sign, okay, we're coming in for the big correction. So, I've not got a crystal ball, I can't see into the future. It is all about structure going forward. But if we have entered a bear market, in this crypto market, some kind of big macro correction going forward, then the trigger and the thing we have to respect more than anything is this indicator, the retail top, the dumb money, the retail, the FOMO showing up in droves right on cue before the last big push up into 108k for Bitcoin before rolling into the big crash and correction. Now my primary at the moment is not that. A lot of people say I'm a moon tar, bull tar, whatever, but my primary at the moment is we have seen a correction as anticipated. I did say to you, I think we're coming for a correction because of this particular indicator, but I don't think it's as nasty and it's bear market as what people are calling for. I just think it is a correction, and with that I think we're in the C wave of that particular correction right now, and obviously I'm looking for the invalidation. So stay tuned, because at the moment I do actually think there is a potential that XRP is still bullish, although it doesn't feel like it, but we are missing the final 5th wave. And I think we could be in some kind of 2-part move here that we were in 2021, where we came down, we triggered, I think it was in the spring, and then we came back up, and then we triggered again towards the end of the year. So I'll be looking at that we may have had a trigger point here for a wave 4 correction to begin in Bitcoin. Is it start to come up, you got the trigger point retail showing up, then it get dumped on, thinking it's going to take off into space, and then you're coming down. Okay, when it comes down, retail will bugger off again, then it starts to come back up in the final 5th wave, and that's where you'll see a double tap of the retail top indicator. So that's my primary at the moment, that I do think we enter a bear market this year, and we didn't necessarily enter the bear market in December last year, because I don't see 5 waves up in Bitcoin and I don't see 5 waves up in XRP. So call me a moon tar, bull tar, whatever, but I respect the 5-wave counter on this particular channel. There may be another couple of key data points I'm about to show you that could be a clue to that, the fact that we've not necessarily entered the bear market at this point. For me to call a bear market on Bitcoin, okay, what I need to see, and obviously if Bitcoin's in the bear market, the entire crypto space in the bear market, fully aware. What I need to see on Bitcoin is a death cross on a 20 and 55 daily EMA, and equally a breakdown below the 20-week EMA, and a loss of the CoinsKid lifeline on the weekly time frame. So I'll go through all those with you in today's video, but for me at the moment, I think, you know, XRP and Bitcoin have entered an expanded flat correction in December. The retail top was a trigger point, came up. This is the A, this is the B, the bull trap B. You know, it made a higher high on XRP and Bitcoin, and right now we're in a C wave coming down. So I think this C wave, you know, as hard as it is to believe, we need to see 5 waves, and I think it'll provide an opportunity going forward. So I'm going to zoom in and show you everything that I'm looking at and my expectations of this ending C wave, and where we could begin to start to come back up over the next few months into the spring and trigger another retail top, which in my opinion is a trigger point for the bear market. So stay tuned. Okay, let's dive into the charts right now, see what we can see. So I think another clue, looking at the insights on CoinsKid.com for Bitcoin, is really simple. It's the annual returns, basically. So if we look at the end of year returns, what we've been in since its bottom in 2022, which was a beautiful bottom on Bitcoin, we've come up 1, 2, and right now we're in the 3rd year. So if you look at every single bottom, there's a bottom in 2014, there's a bottom in 2018. You can clearly see it comes up for 3 years before entering a bear market. It comes up for 3 years before entering a bear market. So you can clearly see at the moment, it should, in theory, Bitcoin, if we're just respecting the 4-year cycles, then we should in theory enter the bear market this year, which is confluence of the fact that I do think, because of the final 5th wave missing in Bitcoin and XRP, that the bear market has not actually began. Again, I'm just relaying the data to you. I hope you understand that, but at some point we will be in a bear market, and Bitcoin will show me that in the price structure. So I can't guarantee that the data points are going to play out again, but this is simple data that I'm relaying to you that's confluence my analysis. Okay, well, we've got a 5th wave missing in XRP, we've got a 5th wave missing in Bitcoin, and the data telling us that, okay, we enter a Bitcoin this year. So if we come up in a final 5th wave, then boom, we've got the trigger point for the bear market. So let me dive into the charts right now to show you what I'm looking at on Bitcoin and XRP, okay? So looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame at the moment, we've got some kind of expanded flat correction here. As with XRP, we began it in December right there on the retail top trigger. We came up, yay, and then boom, we've entered an expanded flat correction, some kind of A, B, C wave. So typically in the C wave, we do look for 5 waves. We've had many of these corrections in the past. The reason I'm showing you the Bitcoin chart is because it's confluenced my analysis of a final 5th wave missing in both the XRP chart and the Bitcoin chart. So I think we've bottomed here in the summer, as we did with XRP. We've come up in some kind of expanded flat 1, 2, broke out back to see you later, and this has been the 3rd wave, which has come up and broke the all-time high. Okay, so I think at the moment we've got some kind of A, B, possibly a C wave which is coming down. So we need to see 5 waves in the C wave to increase the probability that that correction's over. We don't quite see it yet. At the moment I see a 1 into a 2 into a 3, so possibly over the next few days come up 4, 5, flush down to the 20-week EMA, break out back to see you later. So that's my primary expectation at the moment. If we can see this expanded flat correction play out for Bitcoin, then it means we've got another leg to the upside, a final 5th wave, that from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 set up, boom, that's it, your bull market's over, and we enter that bear market this year, with the data points that I'm showing you. So where has Bitcoin done this before? An expanded flat correction. So there's your high. This is actually a bull trap, and right now you're in a C wave coming down. So we've traded this before. We had one of these way back in the summer of 2023. We traded like an absolute boss, for those people who remember. And you know what we were looking for, and something I was telling you to be careful of and just be patient for, is the 5 waves and the C wave, and we traded that. So that's my primary expectation at the moment, that this is basically where we are at the moment in the correction for Bitcoin. So we should come up and have a final flush down, and then we break out, you know, that level of resistance of a potential bump and run pattern up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, break out, back test, see you later. A big push up to the upside. So from here, I think it was April 2023, we went sideways. There's your A, there's your B wave bull trap, and there's your C wave drop. So you've got an expanded flat correction just there for Bitcoin before breakout to the upside. So that's my primary expectation at the moment. I don't quite see 5 waves up, but I don't quite see 5 waves down in the C wave like this. Okay, 1 into a 2 into a 3 into a 4 into a 5, hold support at the 20-week EMA, start to break out, back test, see you later. So that's my primary expectation of the price structure from this point right now for Bitcoin. And obviously I'm looking for the invalidation, but this is confidence my analysis that, you know, XRP, once it gets its C wave out the way, which is what I think it's in right now, from here we've had an A, B, C. This is actually an expanded flat correction in XRP as well, and in Bitcoin, that once this C wave's out the way, boom, we should be looking at a beautiful move to the upside, okay? And I'll keep you updated for the invalidation of that. So let me dive into the XRP chart right now going forward. But you know, it's all about Bitcoin. People get really annoyed when I show Bitcoin, but I do like to keep an eye on Bitcoin because, you know, if Bitcoin's breaking bull or if Bitcoin's breaking down, then obviously XRP follows suit, okay? It's the guide to the market. Let me dive into the XRP price action right now to give you some targets going forward and potential buybacks of a 5-wave move to the downside in this potential expanded flat C-wave correction that we're going through, okay? Let me show you. So looking at XRP on the daily time frame, I think at the moment, you know, we've entered a correction in everything, not just Bitcoin, not just XRP. I think in Cardano, VeChain, Chainlink, so on and so forth. I think what we've got is a correction at this particular point, okay? But how deep and how long does the correction go on for? I honestly do not know. I do not have a crystal ball, okay? What I'm looking at technically here for XRP is this is the bottom, okay, in July, which we nailed as a buyback. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for those people paying attention. It was just a sweet spot. It was in the charts from this low here. Basically, we broke out in March of 2023, I do apologize, and we never back tested that God candle breakout. And that's exactly where we're putting the bids in, and then boom, we've had a 1 into a 2 into a 3, and right now I think this is an expanded flat wave 4 correction, missing a final 5th wave, okay? So this is a correction that we're going through that was triggered in December. Really simple, okay? You know, the confluence is in other charts. It's Bitcoin, it's in Chainlink, it's in Cardano, it's in VeChain, so on and so forth. So I'll drop them in for you right now. So we've got VeChain, there's your top in December, there's your top for XRP. So VeChain, the purple line, came down in the A, came in up in the B, boom, dropping in the C. XRP came down in the A, come up in the B, which was a higher high, bull trap, boom, dropping in the C. So I think that, you know, with XRP, we've got an expanded flat correction in the bull market. So at some point, should turn around and have a final 5th wave to the upside with the confidence of the data points that we actually enter a bear market for Bitcoin this year, and obviously with Bitcoin missing that final 5th wave as well. So, you know, I keep you updated on anything I see that's ultra bearish or ultra bullish or whatever, and at the minute I'm just respecting the 5 waves of death, okay? We've been here before, so possibly some kind of 1 into a 2 into a waterfall 3, looking for some kind of retracement 4, final 5th wave down, possibly to this God candle back test here for XRP, which is roughly, I think around about $1.64, isn't it? And that could be the sweet spot for the bottom of the correction in 5 waves in this leg to the downside. So let's just kick back, be patient, relax, wait to see what happens. But I am still accumulating. I have put bids on a 20-week EMA, like I said to you. If we start to see a breakdown below that green line, $2.50, I think we're going to increase probability here. We've entered a wave 4 correction here, A, B, C, okay, and for the entire crypto market as well. So I'm looking at a zigzag on the likes of Cardano, A, B, C, ABC for Chainlink, ABC for VeChain, and an expanded flat ABC for Bitcoin. I've gone through that earlier in the video with yourselves. It's exactly the same as XRP at the moment, okay? But what we don't quite see in the C wave on all of those charts is 5 waves. We only see 1, 2, waterfall 3, which structurally loses a low, retracement back up, yeah, it's taken off in space, and then boom, final drop. Now my prime expectation at the moment is 5 waves down to roughly $1.63684, which is basically that level of resistance just there. Got candle breakout just there, and a ascending triangle. We've not back tested it as support. If it starts to break down below that, then okay, we've entered a bigger macro correction than I actually envision here for XRP going forward, okay? And I'll keep you updated as best I can, but you know, I can't tell you it's going to 100% do that. No one can. I know a lot of people out there saying that's it, the bull market's over, it's the end of the show and things like that. The perma bears are jumping up and down and things like that, but you know, there's nothing to back that up at the moment other than the potential warning shot of the retail top. But I'm going to get the benefit of doubt. I don't see 5 waves up off this low here. I only see 4. 1, 2, 3. This is a 4 right now that you're going through, and then you got final 5th wave, and that is your massive move up here for XRP, where increased probability of a bear market begins, okay? Hope you enjoyed that update. Stay up, stay tuned. Take care everyone. Back to an update on XRP. Bye bye.